Realme review. But before we start, please support us by pressing the like and subscribe buttons, so that we can continue to provide the latest information about gadgets and technology. Also turn on the bell button to get the latest updates. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you. Realme lately has been refreshing its device lineup in quite unusual ways. Instead of striving for straight year-over-year upgrades to the same general model lines, the main goal is to stick, as close as possible, to a given price point and then just decide what features currently fit in said MSRP. Choice and variety beyond that are covered by constantly introducing new models and slotting them creatively into the existing lineup. It's a system that leaves behind a confusing sea of devices and sometimes leads to some side grades instead of clear-cut upgrades. Case in point, the Realme 8 Pro, we recently reviewed, which notably gained a new 108MP camera over its predecessor, but also lost a few things like the stereo speaker, the water-repellent coating and /charging and selfie resolution. You get the point. The vanilla Realme 8 was created in much the same way. The manufacturer started with a $210 or so MSRP of its predecessor and fit whatever it could within the budget. Thankfully, however, unlike the Realme 8 Pro or the Realme 8 5G, which had to make some compromises for their respective 108MP camera and 5G headline features, the vanilla Realme 8 is, on paper, a straight upgrade. Realme 8 specs at a glance. Body, 160.6 by 73.9 by 8. 0mm, 177 grams, glass front, plastic frame, plastic back. Display, 6.40 inches Super AMOLED, 1000 nits, peak, 1080 by 2400 px resolution, 20:9 aspect ratio, 411p, always on display. Chipset, MediaTek Helio G95, 12 nanometers, octa-core, 2x2.05 GHz Cortex A76 and 6x2. 0 GHz Cortex A55, Mali G76 MC4. Memory, 64 GB 4 GB RAM, 128 GB 4 GB RAM, 128 GB 6 GB RAM, 128 GB 8 GB RAM, UFS 2.1, microSD-XE, dedicated slot. OS/software, Android 11, Realme UI 2.0. Rear camera, wide, main, 64MP, f/1.8, 26mm, 11.73, 0.8 micrometers, TAF, ultra wide angle, 8MP, f/2.3, 119, 16mm, 1/4.0, 1.12 micrometers, macro, 2MP, f/2.4, depth, 2MP, f/2.4. Front camera, 16MP, f/2.5, wide, 1/3.0, 1.0 micrometers. Video capture, rear camera, 4K at 30 fps, 1080p at 30/60/120 fps, gyro ICE, front camera, 1080p at 30/120 fps, gyro ICE. Battery, 5000 mAh, fast charging 30 watts, 50% in 26 minutes, 100% in 65 minutes, advertised. Miscellaneous, fingerprint reader, under display, optical, NFC, FM radio, 3.5mm jack. Well, a contrary case could theoretically be made for the loss of the 90Hz refresh rate. However, we would personally take the new Super AMOLED panel of the Realme 8 any day, with its perfect blacks and an advertised 1000 nits of peak brightness. The new display is arguably the biggest change over the global version of the Realme 7. The new Realme 8 also borrows its 64MP quad-Bayer main camera from the Asian version of the Realme 7, which constitutes another upgrade over the 48MP unit on the global model. The fingerprint reader is now a trendier under-display one instead of a traditional side-mounted unit. Aside from these and a few smaller details here and there, the Realme 8 successfully retains most other aspects of the Realme 7, like the Helio G95 chipset, 5000 mAh battery and 30 watts charging, all somehow crammed into an all-round smaller and lighter body than last year. Color us impressed. But before we continue with the design tour, we should start with the retail package and its contents. Unboxing. Bright, yellow, eye-catching boxes have mostly been the standard for recent Realme phones. The Realme 8 is no exception. Beyond the particular color choice, there is nothing special about the two-piece box. It is nice and sturdy and a plastic internal cradle for the phone itself. No complaints there. The accessory package is pretty rich. That is to say, you get a transparent soft TPU case, so you can start using the Realme right away. The charger you get is a 30 watts Dart unit. That comes alongside a Type A to Type C USB cable. This is a special cable, rated to withstand the full 5 volts at 6A output of the charger. It also has an additional data pin for communication and negotiation with the phone. You need to hold on to that, or else, you will be limited to 5 volts at 2A from the bundled charger with a regular cable. That's one downside of using proprietary charging tech. Realme has been doing this segmented, two-tone design for its back panels for some time now. The objectively huge Dare to Leap text is not new either. We really aren't sure who it's appealing to exactly, since it is frankly a bit over the top and obtrusive. It gets tackier still since Realme decided to finish the background of the vertical strip, as well as the camera island, in a way that produces rainbow-colored reflections. It is definitely less visible on the Cyber Black variant than it is on the Cyber Silver one. We understand that looks are subjective, and there are definitely going to be people who find the design appealing. There just weren't many of those around our office. The actual material used for the curved back doesn't exactly help the overall look and feel either. It is plastic, and one that is particularly prone to accumulating grease and fingerprints. The sandblasted finish on the Realme 8 Pro feels a lot better. At least the surface itself is grippy and offers confident handling. Still, we would say that a case is a necessity. Particularly since plastic is not as sturdy or scratch resistant as glass. Speaking of which, the middle frame on the Realme 8 is also plastic. It does a decent job of faking metal, though, and feels a lot nicer than the back panel. It is still worth protecting with a case, as well, though. Speaking of protection and materials, the front on the Realme 8 is made of glass, but it's not directly identified, which is a bit disconcerting. That wasn't the case with the Realme 7, which we know has Gorilla Glass 3. Since we already mentioned the last Get Realme 7 line, we had really hoped to see the water-repellent coating of the Realme 7 Pro spread out across the Realme 8 family. Instead, we got the exact opposite. Neither the Realme 8 Pro nor the vanilla Realme 8 has it. There is no rubber gasket surrounding the SIM tray either. We guess it didn't fit the budget. Speaking of fitting, we should circle back to the front of the Realme 8, where there is a screen protector fitted from the factory. Granted, it's not a perfect fit, with some notable misalignment in the hole punch area, but it is thin and perfectly applied. We appreciate the extra peace of mind and promise to stop the fitting bit while we are hopefully still ahead. Measuring 160.6 by 73.9 by 8 mm, the Realme 8 has gotten smaller in every dimension compared to its Realme 7 predecessor. Granted, its display is a bit smaller too, but Realme still managed to cram the same big 5,000 mAh battery into a thinner body.
Drop a like,
Better still,
leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos
but
like
one
this.
That unfortunately hasn't affected the size of the bezels too much. They are still a dead giveaway for the budget nature of the Realme 8, particularly the bottom chin. Controls.